Hello guys. So whenever I mention this name Phil Jones, there are these three images that always come to my mind. This first image is when he played against Arsenal in the FA Cup, when Phil Jones tried to defend the ball with his head, and actually helped a lot because Giroud ended up not scoring and missing the chance just due to Phil Jones. And then there's this image when Louis van Gaal was our coach, when Phil Jones was the main specialist for taking corners. And actually I think he was trying to aim at Fellaini's head. So you can imagine how bad Manchester United was at that time, to a point that Phil Jones was the main man taking corners. There's this last image, as you can see, trying to dribble past Lionel Messi. And this is one of the most epic moments. With the bandage on his head, he still man-marked Lionel Messi together with Smalling in that Champions League round of 16 game against Barcelona, which we ended up losing. These are photos that we'll always remember Phil Jones for. Other than that, there are those photos that are these positive photos. You can see here Phil Jones is with Chris Smalling. Actually, the partnership between Phil Jones and Smalling, so many Manchester United fans expected it to be a central defensive force that will dominate England or even Europe for a long time. But due to the respective injuries, especially from Phil Jones, that wasn't possible. You can see here Phil Jones with Smalling lifting the Premier League, and then there's this part Phil Jones with Smalling again when Manchester United won the Europa League finals with Mourinho as our coach. So Phil Jones, when he's fit, is good, but now the injuries. At Manchester United, with the trophy draw that we are having, I don't think we have places for players who are so injury prone. So it would be best for Phil Jones. To find another club and maybe try to revive his career, because at Manchester United I don't think it fits him now. Now that he's being benched most of the time, and unless otherwise he's not after playing time, or maybe it's just after money, or he wants to be a defensive coach at Manchester United, I don't know. But that's up to Phil Jones. He might be the most lucky or the most unlucky Manchester United player since 2011. This is a player whom we signed when Ferguson missed out on Raphael Varane. When Raphael Varane joined Real Madrid in 2011, we had to sign Phil Jones. And Ferguson once described him as one of the best talents he's ever seen. And he predicted that Phil Jones will be one of the best Manchester United players. But time has gone, 11 years down the line, and right now the question is, do we loan him or do we sell him? It is such a coincidence that the player that we missed on during that time in 2011, Raphael Varane, is the one that is coming to Manchester United to replace Phil Jones. Raphael Varane is coming to take on the jersey number 4 from Phil Jones. And Phil Jones actually has been told from the news you're hearing that Phil Jones has been told to look for a new club and not a new jersey number. So the situation on the ground is somehow bad on the Phil Jones side, but for Manchester United fans, I don't know how you feel. This is a player that has brought a lot of mixed reaction from the fans. Some fans love him, some fans maybe we don't love him, but from my own perspective, from one personal point of view, this is a player that when fit, he does well on the pitch, but his career has been ruined by lots of injuries. He's been lucky for the last 2 years, he's never played, and he's still at Manchester United. So we are even wondering, has he joined the coaching staff or the training staff for the defenders? Because whenever the transfer window comes, he's injured. Like currently, this summer transfer window, he hasn't resumed training. So finally, the main question here, guys, is do we loan Phil Jones or do we sell him? I don't hate him, but I don't love him. Feel free to add your comments in the comment section and give out your stories of Phil Jones, something that you'll always remember him for, if at all he's to leave Manchester United this season. Let's pay tribute to him for all the good things he's done to Manchester United, for all the bad things we'll always remember him for. Thank you guys, and as you comment, don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button. Let's meet once again in the next video.